with the various manufacturers of kilts, I've noticed differences in plaids as far as color. Which one out of all the makers is the right one or the acceptable one?
I'm assuming you're not necessarily referring to the kilt makers, you're referring to the mills that actually weave the cloth.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about tartan.
Yeah, it sounds like you're looking more at the actual tartan with the kilt itself. The short answer is there is no right or wrong answer. There is a red car from Ford is a red car, and a red car from Chevy is a red car. They're both red cars. One may be a little bit more on the orange side, one may be more on the blood red kind of side, but they're both still red cars.
Yeah.
The tartan is, defined by the thread count and the actual pattern, the warp and weft pattern that is on the kilt. Now, some makers will have a preference for a specific shade of orange in their ancient color kilts or a specific shade of green in their ancient colored kilts. However, there is no standard. There is no right answer.
Right.
It's whatever that particular mill, who is a commercial entity, whatever that particular mill wants to weave and thinks is commercially viable, that's what they're going to weave. And then it's just up to capitalism and competition between, which one you as the consumer like better and end up ordering for your kilt.
Yeah, I would say trust your gut on what colors you like best, and if you want to take any variable out of it, or as much a variable out of it as possible, like if you want to be absolutely sure that people know you are wearing, the Cameron tartan, then go for modern, not ancient or one of the other variants, because the modern color palette is much more restricted, usually.
Bold.
Yeah,
more
and
uniform.
Bold. Yeah, it's more like primary colors than any of the others. So there's less difference between the different mills in those colors than there are in the the palettes that they use for ancient and muted and things like that.
And a wise man once told me that if you're not sure, buy a swatch. And we have swatches available. If you're not sure and there's two that you look at, but you're not, I'm not quite sure if they're quite as vibrant in real life or something like that, or which one's the right one. Know that A, there is no right one.
Right.
B, it's just personal preference, and B, it's get a swatch so you can actually touch it, feel it, and look at the actual colors. Take it out in the sun, put it in the dark, whatever you want to do, but you'll figure out which one you want to order for your kilt.
There you go.